Generic greetings and welcome back to Stellaris. Should I say welcome back Stellaris? That's sort of what it feels like, really. With the release of 2.2 and Megacorp, I loved what they were trying to achieve and understand the reasons for the changes and what they were trying to do. However, the execution, not so much, especially mid to late game, and I sort of fell out of favour with it for a while, and it's taken up until now with the release of 2.3 Wolf as well as the Ancient Relics DLC for me to really find the fun back in the game again. And that's obviously why we're here, because I've been playing it and enjoying it, and I've recently did a preview, and there's some call, not a massive call, but some call to do a bit of a mini-series on it. So that's why we're here. We're going to create an empire from scratch, and we're going to get to the end, whether the end be our end, their end, everybody's end, or just when we decide to call it there. So let's do just that. Just for the sake of full disclosure, I'm using the latest version of the game, which is Wolf 2.3.0. That may change as we progress on through the series, and hopefully it won't affect the save file, but we'll have to see how we go there. And I'm using all the available DLC with no mods. Okay, new game, and create new empire. Now, I did ask on Twitter and on a previous video, what sort of empire do you want to see? And there was a lot of call to do a very aggressive species, either fanatic, a militarist, or actually a lot of people saying about doing a machine intelligence determined exterminator, and that's something we've never done before, so I am leaning towards that. However, I'm going to alter it slightly by doing a hive mind devouring swarm, which is similar, and the execution is pretty much the same. You are there to wipe everybody out, however you eat the pops, and you have hull regen, and you sort of bio-organic-y type stuff, and I like that idea, so we're going to go with that. So over to appearance. We're not going to spend too much time on this, I hope. Let's go for a fungoid-looking species, and one that looks fairly aggressive. That one looks fairly aggressive. We'll do that. Species name, we will just call the Hisma, that's fine. Name list, we'll have fungoid. Well, one that we can actually pronounce. Right, that's pretty much none of them, but we'll go with number 4. Traits, in terms of traits, we'll probably go with rapid breeders, increasing growth speed by 10%. And what sort of thing? We could go with repugnant, I think it's called. However, that does reduce amenities from jobs by 20%. Not too much of a problem, we'll go with that. And we have 2 more trait points remaining with 3 picks. Talented, which is level cap. Quick learners, probably not. Extremely adaptive, increases habitability, no. Intelligent, which is increases research, extra materials, extra energy, and extra food. Probably extra life or resilient damage boost, that's defensive. Enduring's good, leader lifespan plus 20 years. Venerable is brilliant, 80 years. I did a full build previously where it was all about the leaders, and it worked very, very well indeed. Weak, no. Strong, yeah, very strong is actually good. Army damage plus 40%, and worker basic resource output is plus 5%. So we're going to go with very strong, but we need to get another negative trait. We are min-maxing it a little bit. What's this? Sedentary. Species as a sedentary past, its members are reluctant to migrate away from where they grew up. That's very against what we're trying to do. Solitary. Pop housing usage plus 10%. Okay, well, to be fair, we do have reduced amenities anyway, and solitary, so hopefully that will not be totally wrecked. Anyway, we'll go for name and class. We're going to settle on... I like the idea of... do you want to go with like a really, really hot deserty type thing? Or maybe tropical? Tropical's probably... a little bit better, although, no, Arctic. I do like a bit of the old Arctic one there. And we'll have homeworld name, Lacht. There we go, that's fine. At the Golaz Lacht star system. A random starting system. City appearance, we're going to go with fungoid, and we'll have Empire and Ethics completed anyway. Oh no, civic points pick. We need 1 more civic. There's lots of stuff we can go for, but quite honestly, I think the option would be divided attention, which is plus 20% administrative capacity. That's always useful. Advisor voice, we've gone with hive mind. Why not?
The self is a prison from which only we have escaped.
That's going to get annoying. Empire name, the Hisma Horde. Fine with me. Flag. Do we want to go with like a zoological one? Or blocky corporate? Here we go. Domination. That looks okay. We'll go with that one. What sort of colours do we want to go for? So if we mix the colours from this, which is like a pinky... sort of tealy colour. Yeah, I like that. That's okay. Yeah, that's okay. Ship appearance, we're going to go for fungoid chips, ruler, random name, glop, and we'll go for colour variations. You know what? Their colours are fine, and the rooms we'll put as... that's not bad. I don't like all the vines on that one, although it does lend itself to the sort of tyranny, invadery type stuff, but I think that one is fine. But like I say, we're not going to focus too much on this, I just want to get it done. So that's saved, the Hisma Horde is saved, done, and then we'll go for our starting stuff. So we are going to go with a small star system. Tiny is just, I think, a little bit too small, but small is fine. We're not going to, anything above there, and you're talking, you know, 15 hours or something, probably, for a full completion. So I'd rather keep it small and do it that way. Although I've never done a tiny empire, tiny 200 star map. We'll go with small, which is 400 stars. So it's ourselves 6 empires, 7, 8, 9. So we're going to up the amount of AIs for AI empires there, and we're going to go for an extra fallen empire. Actually, no, 1 fallen empire is perfectly acceptable, and we don't really want to do the war in heaven. So ourselves 1, up to 8, 9, 10, 11. Marauder Empires. Do we really want a Marauder Empire? They're just really annoying. And then you've got also the Horde, the Great Khan to deal with. Yeah, go on, we'll have 1. And we'll have a total of 8, 9, 10. Oh, Advanced AI starts. Hang on, this controls how many of the AI, regular AI. Okay, so regular AI, so it's actually be 8, 9, 10. Okay, that's 10 is fine. Everything else on default, I think, that is perfectly fine. Right, we're not going to do Iron Man mode because that would be silly, and we will load it up. So overall, overall thing for the game, just to clarify right now, is I'm not going to be reading everything out for all of the events that we find for the science ships. I will go through all of the archaeological sites, and if there's any precursor stuff, we'll probably go through that. But otherwise, it would just be like a bit of a nightmare to go through them all. So mining stations, we'll crack on with that. We need to set some research. We'll go for research speed is always a good one early on. We're going to go for, that's a good one, planetary unification, monthly unity increased as well as additional edicts. And then finally for our engineering one, I always try to go for the increased percentage stuff first. It just tends to be a decent way of doing it. So this is our main world. You can see we've got a hive core, maintenance depot, all that sort of thing. We could go for sentinel posts. That is hunter-seeker drone jobs. It's basically the defensive stuff. Although, what's this? Synaptic nodes. Turn energy credits into food and unity. Okay, we could do that. What's this? A hive warren. Maintenance drone jobs 1 and job production is +3 for what's that? +3 on amenities. Right. Okay. Because I haven't played this hive mind or anything like that in this since 2.2. I'm having to relearn some of the buildings, so it doesn't really matter too much what we do there because, well, to be fair, what's that out there? Look at that. There's some menial drone unemployment. We should probably then build probably some more districts, but we'll get onto that in a bit. Let's go for some searching. We are about sort of 4:30, 5 o'clock-ish. I think we can happily say that is southeast, and we're going to start from here. I'm going to work around and go that way. We also want to set up another science ship on the go, and I think that's us. So unpause and we will crack on. We're going to put it up to fast speed, or do you want to go any faster than that? No, fast speed is perfectly acceptable. We have got some industrial wasteland and collapsed burrows we have to deal with. We'll get on with that later on. I'll probably put automation on most of the planets, but not our first one. I don't know what sort of thing we want to go for. A center of massive microscopic synapses. These nodes tend to assist specialized drones receive and transmit the will of the hive. Okay, looks like our starbase is now finished. We will put someone in that. And what have we got? Age 14. Oh, they're all 14. Research speed increased, research speed and compute. I'll go for research speed there. Actually, we don't even have the right amount of stuff there. Oh, and we do have the market, so you can buy and trade, but we don't have access to the... it's only the internal market, not the global market. Anyway, 200 for that. That's going to take a bit for there. We'll put up to fast speed. Why not? Why not indeed? This science ship is currently having a bit of a scan around here. Nothing major that we found just yet. We're going to get our science ship to build research stations because why not? And you can see now unemployment is not there. Just when the game's unpaused, let's sort that right out. We are on a hive capital, so stability increase, amenities, and deviancy reduction. We've also got agrarian upbringing on our governor, which is called IG, and IG has allowed us to get some more food from farming jobs. So we found Anomaly. Efforts to map the surface of this moon have identified a strange mountain formation in the southern hemisphere. Does not appear to have formed naturally. Research time 300. Challenging difficulty. Okay, we'll set that on the go. We can now get a scientist. We'll hire the one in the middle because they have the best universal traits for us. I'm going to start surveying down this way. Good arms. Obviously all of this here will probably expand down and get towards that. And we'll see how we get on. So we now have enough money to get something in here. I don't think maintenance depot is really of any great use for us at the moment. However, turn energy credits into food, unity, and society research is very good because, well, increasing unity is pretty good. And also, that's serving as our temple, essentially. If you look at... I play a lot of the spiritualist stuff, so that is on par with it, I think.
Is complete.
By the way, today's beverage is a nice cup of tea. So construction complete in there. We're going to head over to this area because that's probably going to be the first place that we colonize. How are we getting on with that one? That is about 2/3 done now for that scientist there. It's going to take them quite a while to get that. Is that a pulsar? No, it's Class F star. We do have a binary star system over here, though. That's very close. A Class M Red Giant and a Class B star. What's that completed? So that's over there. Oh, there's over there. That is now built. That's fine. So what I'm going to do is check out our fleet manager and we'll just increase the amount of ships in that. And quite honestly, we might as well start to increase that. So what was previously thought to be an assorted mountains in the southern hemisphere is being identified as a massive skeletal remains. Okay, so fascinating. So we can investigate that. We'll go to it and we will set the scientist on go for that one. Is it a... No, it's just remains. It's not any precursor stuff, but we will research it. Okay, so we've got our traditions available. We can go any which way we want. I'm probably going to go a mix between discovery and expansion. Discovery first, though, because just adopting that gives you anomaly research speed plus 20%. It's a no-brainer early on, especially for the sensing tendrils as well. By the way, the names of these and the blurb of it has changed. However, the effects are the same. The names have been altered by whatever government you have in your ethics and such. So, we can start clearing some of this if we need to, but I don't think we need to at the moment.
We have found an anomaly.
Oh no, looks like we've got some webs on there, on wherever this anomaly is. Yes, I'm not going to be reading out all of the anomalies because we'll be there for far too long.
Construction is complete.
Looks like our ships are increased there. Special project completed. That was scanning the bones. Oh, it's our organic ship apparently. Organic starship suffered catastrophe damage and crash landed on the. Cannot begin to understand the biological engineering necessary to grow a starship like this. Incredible. That's an extra couple of bits of science on that location as well. Oh, fantastic. So we can get that to finish off surveying that system and then we will colonize that. It does require it to be an outpost. We got life electric. Okay. Web-like network of electrical impulses. Okay, so it's something off the Expanse. Yes, I hope it's not the stuff off the Expanse because that stuff is horrible. Good season 3 though. Very good season 3. Right, we're going to survey the next one along. I would love to get them over there and actually no, you survey that system. Do you want to colonize that? I could. How long do I think we're on ready for this? Oh, that's going to take quite a bit yet, so we are going to send them over there to take that. Currently on minus energy, which is not ideal. However, I think what we'll probably do is build some more generator districts. Probably the way forward. There's our first our first pick of the traditions here. We're going to go with sensing tendrils, which is survey speed plus 35%, and science ship disengagement chance doubled. So that's pretty good.
We have found an anomaly.
Found an anomaly? What have we got? Rectangular object on the surface of the moon. We will scan that. Like I say, I'll do the archaeology stuff, but I'm not going to spend too much time on the other bits and bobs there. Probably reinforce that fleet. Obviously, we are focused on killing people,
Our construction is complete.
so we'll have to see just how much we get there. Translate an alien mural, that's in and around here. We could probably do that. I'll see you research that. I tend to research most of these, just because it tends to be quite worth it. Contract report remnants. Intelligent life taunts with pointed absence. Reads popular Newsnet post. Okay, fair enough. -1 energy credit. But we're building generator districts, which will give some more stuff there. And hopefully... they're just building loads of ships. Hopefully that'll give us a decent amount once they start moving into the jobs. Impressive structures, practically begging for some archaeological work. Okay, we'll search for that. We are bumping into a lot of stuff here, which is pretty good. Another special project. That's science officer managed to partially translate the alien mural. Text contains staggering amount of data. Alright, okay. And, oh, that means a lot of science over there. That's good. We will now take over Polygar, which will give us some energy credits. Hopefully it'll be sooner rather than later because we are on -5. We can obviously sell some of this if we need to, which is good. That science ship needs to continue surveying that system. I'm probably gonna order another science ship when I have the resources. We are getting 10 resources a turn for alloys there. What's this? Edic Monolithic. Uninhabitable, not unvisited. Surface littered with tall cenotaphs carved with some mineral not native to the planet. Placed here by some artistically inclined spacefaring race. Ooh, increased engineering. Oh, look at that. Research for engineering. 350. Excellent. Good find. Good find. Looks like a lot of our scientists have leveled up to level 2. That's alright. Going to focus on this science ship, although to be fair, we won't be able to crew it. So is there any point? Not really. We can't crew it. We need a lot more energy. Although, to be fair, we could just sell some of this food. We've got some more technology there. I'll check that out in a second. Unusual reading system may be more to this desolate world that meets the eye. Don't know where that is, but we'll get it on the go. Oh, it's over there. There it is there. In Flumph. We're going to go research complete. Monthly unity increased by +2. Excellent. And additional edicts. We'll go for new and immediately. We've either got, these are all good, pop growth speed +10%, or food from farmers increased by 20%, and we've got farming subsidies. I'm going to go for pop growth speed because it tends to be the way forward. And in here we're going to go for probably research alternatives and level cap by +1. Yeah, I think that's fine. We now have areas so we can build more stuff. We've got sentinel posts, we've got strongholds, we've got all different types of stuff. But with the amenities and housing being okay, probably go with, do I want a research lab? Turn minerals into research? Well, yeah, we've got a decent amount of minerals, so I think we'll do just that.
Our construction is complete.
Construction's complete there. We'll build some more research stations. Stations rather, not stations. We are going to sell some of our apples. So sell, and that should hopefully give us enough money to then hire another scientist, which will be probably research speed, and it doesn't really matter. None of these are good, so we'll go for just the youngest one, and there we go. Scientist, you now go over there and survey that system. So we now got 3 survey ships out on the go, or science ships. Haven't yet unlocked automatic exploration. I'm very much of the opinion these days that that should just be in the game by standard. I don't know why it's locked behind a research thing. I think we might see that change at some point anyway. So we're going to go up to Flumph there, and we'll probably scan that. And that's an Arctic world, and we did start on an Arctic world, so it means that we can probably try and colonize that. Looks like Electra is now fully surveyed out, and it's a pretty good system. So we'll probably go down there and take that. I will. Do I build another ship and send it down? We don't really have the resources. Sense reporting number of... No, what's this? Primordial soup. Pause. Nestled in shelter pockets among Flumph. 4's surface is rich sludge of sample of organic compounds. Okay. Study what could have been the entire early stage of her life. It's early life. Sense reporting number of possible points of interest within the dense debris around a planet. Okay, we'll search that. This can't be doing anything just yet. We do have research finished in engineering, so we've got nano mechanics, which is increasing our engineering research by 20%. For the next thing, straight away, there you go, geothermal fracking, easy. Minerals increased by 20%. Again, you get all these early, and I know it's a bit boring, it's only 20% of something or whatever, it's a statistical increase, but the earlier you get that, the better. So, construction ship will be almost done. We've found a Class 12 asteroid in the planet. Small planetoid's orbit appears to be too stable for the presence of a natural occurrence. We will research that. What I will also do is not build a colony ship because I don't have the 500 food for it. That's a shame. And, oh, hang on. I was going to say consumer goods is 0, but we're not using any because I don't think we do. I don't think we use consumer goods as this faction, do we not? Hang on, I will check. Cannot use demographic, oligarchic, or dictatorial or imperial. Yes. Rulers immortal. Yeah, rulers are immortal. Yeah. Native pops are not affected by happiness. No joint factions. No retreat war. Can use no retreat war doctrine. Native pops will not survive in non-just unconscious empires. Doesn't say we don't use it, but advanced source values give your pops a good life and perform intellectual jobs and research. But yeah, I don't think we use it. I'm pretty sure we don't use it. If we do, then I'm screwed. No, I don't. If I go replace, nah, not in there. Just not a thing. Not a thing. Okay.
We have surveyed the system.
Surveyed the system, the Cybrex. So we've uncovered artifacts from an ancient alien civilization known on Fun of 5A. Incredibly, the civilization, which apparently referred to themselves as the Cybrex, seems to have been made up of machines that were linked together in some sort of collective consciousness. And 600,000 years old. In this portion of the galaxy at least, but we've learned nothing more. So it is the Cybrex event chain that we are now progressing on. Interesting. We will, what's this? Oh, the Toad asteroid that we've found over here. Someone has towed the asteroid in a stable orbit above it. Okay, interesting. We'll send this science ship to scout there, and this one over to building there. And finally, we need to basically buy some more stuff. I'm going to sell some of that, and I'm going to buy 1, 2, and then that should give me enough to hopefully build... Oh, no, not enough for a colony ship just yet, but we're getting there. We'll get there. This planet, Arctic planet, what sort of size are we talking? 24! That's a really good one, and as you can see, it's got a lot of generator districts on it, and also a lot of stuff to remove. Oh, look at that, massive glacier, that's increasing generator districts. Swamp, which gives us max mining districts. That's max districts -2 in total, that's -2. Right, so there's a lot of stuff to clean up. I'm not seeing anything like major, like any type of ores or anything, but you know, luxury resources I meant. And 42 years and 3 days. Closer scan of the debris field around Malthema has led to the discovery of an airtight capsule containing an atomic clock that measures time with unparalleled precision. It is a frequency uncertainty so low that it will be another 879 million years before it gains a single second, and is counting down to a date of 42 years and 3 days away. That's some Swiss engineering right there. The capsule holds no clues as to what this date signifies or who the owners are, but it seems as though someone out there has lost track of time. So keep an eye on it, or it's a bomb destroyed. I'm going to just say keep an eye on that. Tick tock, and we'll see what happens. I'll build some mining stations above Flumph, and we will also really try to build this ship here.
We have found an anomaly.
Large amount of ship debris in orbit. We'll have a little scan of that. That's now surveyed. You can see we're sort of leapfrogging in front of one another here. Looks like there's an Arctic world here, size 14. Currently not scanned, but we know that this one's going to be the first one that we take. So we want to research for a start. We have basic combat roles, improved deflectors, colony development speed. I'd like colony development speed, but also that's automated exploration protocols. Not only is it increased survey speed by 25%, it means I don't have to worry about micromanaging all of these ships. So that's fine with me. There's another trait here. We're going to go with expansion. The reason for that is its colony development speed is increased by 25%, and also we start with 1 additional pop when we get 1 minded, and hopefully we'll have that just before we colonize our first area. back over to our star base, that one there, and colony ship is ready to go in but a moment. There we go. So we're now building our first colony ship. Signs of battle here. Evidence of massive battle took place in the orbit of Teresa 4 at some point in the last 5,000 years. Surface on one side is pockmarked with craters. Okay, fair enough. We now have a massive... we can mount a graveyard expedition. Science ship. I think we can probably pull a ship out of that. Oh, we never know. We'll see what we can find. That one is... Hang on. That one. Research in the system. Yeah, that's fine. Put a research station above. There's Anomaly. Magnetosphere is highly appealing to our research drones. Okay, you research the magnetic field or whatever. We discovered a new archaeological site. Okay, the entire surface is scarred by long, shallow canals that crisscross and recross each other haphazardly with no apparent logic to their layout. It is yet uncertain if they are an unusual natural feature or something else. Surface expedition is required. So we need to take that over, which we are going to do anyway, so that's fine with us. In terms of food, we are using -2 a turn. That isn't ideal. In fact, I would say far from it. We will build another agriculture district there. Conductive frequencies. Detailed studies revealed that Tatanga's 2's magnetic field was so attractive to drones in orbit. A unit frequency at which it oscillates just happens that the planet's magnetosphere resonates at the rate of produces focusing effect on the Hissam neural network. Okay. Apparently we get soothing magnetism modifier added, giving the following effects. Unity from jobs plus 50%. What? Where is that there? No, can't be. That just can't be in general, can it? Or is it that? Yes, it's from there. It's from that world that we cannot colonize because it's a desert world. Right, that's sort of academic, but yeah, it's a thing. That's the system, so we'll go down there. Not yet bumped into anybody just yet. There's a special project. We have basically surveyed the graveyard and shooting the remains has advanced our research in certain fields several years. So extra experience and extra research for engineering. Cool. So we are currently 8 years into the game, and just hit another technology there, pop growth. We're going to go straight for society research. I'm just quickly checking here. Ooh, actually that would be quite good. So we can get extra food production on our next building. Yeah. No, society research. Get the percent first. It's much better. It's quite cheap. Doesn't take much to get. We are almost there with our colony ship. Since reporting number of possible points of interest, we'll search that. And we really want to get to that archaeological site as well. The problem with this system here is that there's nothing there. And if I take it, all it's going to do is add to my cap. But if I don't take it and then we start taking these, we gain negatives because it's like a cohesioncy bonus that we just... Yeah, it's just going to be a problem. So I'm going to have to take it. There's the colony ship, so we will settle down on Flumph Prime. I don't know. It's called Flumph Prime. We'll go over there. How can we reinforce the fleet? We can't, and it is set to 10, so we've still got 2 in order to get there. And ooh, we should probably buy some more apples. We are a bit low on some resources now. Yeah, low stockpile. Yes, we're aware. That outpost is good. Getting that will be good. Shattered world. Among the debris, have discovered shattered remains of a formerly habitable planet. Fascinating.
We have surveyed the system.
Good for you. Surveyed the system. We're going to keep working down. Do I have 3? Oh, I have 2 going that way and 1 going down the bottom. I want to take electric because it's really good, but I'm looking for bare resources, basically. I'm not too bothered about the science stuff. It's more like the minerals and energy that we need. There's increased minerals by 20%. That should affect us. There's powered exoskeletons. Once again, that's great because army damage and also more minerals from jobs. Also, we have this 0G refineries, mining station output plus 10%, a nebula refinery. I'm going to go for... Are we in a nebula? We are not in a nebula. There is a nebula there. But I think we're going to go for... mining station output. Why not?
We have surveyed the system.
They've surveyed the system, thank you. So this is going to split up now. They're going to go that way, and this guy's going to go that way. Right, that's fine.
We have surveyed the system.
Build a starbase there. First colony is underway, which is good. We have encountered some form of vessel. Intriguing, and it is an enclave at some point. I don't know. I don't know if they look different. I don't know if it's like artistry or whatever. I don't know if it is different. Anyway, abandoned gateway we've just found. Is it an L gate? No, it is a disabled gateway. So it's not an L gate, but if we reactivate that, we can then use it to transport elsewhere in the galaxy. I don't know if that's been rebalanced, actually. I'm not entirely sure.
Our construction is complete.
That's now finished. We can't build on it just yet, but I am going to tell it to build the first one. We didn't have all the resources to build that, but we have enough to build the first one. And good grief, look at that. We are very low on energy credits, so I'm going to have to just sell some stuff. We are proper micromanaging our economy here, and it's not ideal. I would love to have some more food and go for some extra stuff there, extra growth, although we might even have access to that. By chance, we stumbled upon a faint alien signal during the survey of this moon. Let's have a little scan of that. This science ship is now completed. We're going to scan down there. What can we do for decisions? Cease drone production, no. Deploy hunter-killer drones, that's no. And incorporate artifact relays. Synapse drones on the planet provide 1% menial drone output and 2% stability. Right. And that will expire in a little bit of time. 3,574 days. 120 months, is that? I don't know. Anyway, that's now completed. Construction there, and we don't have the resources to build again, but we are going to build there, and we'll probably bring back this scientist, actually, to start excavating that. Because why not? I think it will be useful. Having that upgrader would be quite good. We've got an ancient life pod. It was built more than 5,000 years ago. Managed to open the pod, revealing withered remains of reptilian alien clad in armor. Cool. Sorry, in a resplendent uniform. We now have communication established. The curate order. I will just say pray, and that's all it is. And we have space peacocks. Greetings, star travelers. We are the curators. I called them enclaves before. It's curator. They are the knowledge one, but they are prey. That's all we can do. We can just say prey. We now have the option for going for one mind, which is increased. Colonies start with one additional pop. Very useful for us.
Our construction is complete.
That construction is complete. Thank you very much for that. And we're now getting 31 minerals. That's good. And we'll probably end up selling most of these just so we can get some more energy credits, because we're still on negative energy credits. That has now been surveyed. We're going to send them over to there. And then they're going to go around. And with that one being done, it means that we're not doubling back on ourselves. We've got another anomaly here. Stumble across a faint alien signal during the survey of the moon. We've already seen that before. This one we will build now post there, because it's 2 and 5. That's more than enough to offset it. Ooh, 10 minerals. That's good. We are going to have to double back on ourselves after this one, but it's not too much of a problem. Conceiving technology completerated. A society research from researchers plus 20%, and now we have tile blockers, but we are going to go for eco simulation, which is food increased by 20%. So get all these bonuses out the way early, and then we'll go for some other stuff. That's going to say energy credits are going to run out in 12 months, but it's not technically the case because we're going to increase it by doing that. Mummified remains of a single individual in previously known mammalian species have been found drifting in high orbit. A tragic fate. 150 research over here.
We have surveyed the system.
Surveyed the system here. And Rasbrand, we are going to excavate the site. Difficulty 4, so it's hell plus difficulty. Okay, so it's going to be quite a while for that scientist to do it, but it should be interesting. So we've got these weird, scarred, long, shallow canals where we can cruise the cut. Anyway, let's go for mining station. That should hopefully offset the upkeep of that. In fact, what is the upkeep of that?
We have surveyed the system.
I don't know what the upkeep of that is, actually. Not sure. This has been surveyed. We're going to work back over. There's not much around here. 5, 2, 4. It's hardly worth taking, but we will. We'll be taking the lot. We will happily smash past our Empire scroll. Our Empire administrative capacity. We're not going to be focusing too much on that. We don't care. Let's sell some more of that. And we'll sell some more of that. Just making sure our energy credits is positive. That's been surveyed, and we're going to keep working down. Not yet found another another empire yet. This is now colonizable. Is anything of note? There is a firming bog, noxious gas, noxious quagmire, in fact, a max gas extraction wells, so we can extract there. That's okay. It's not a massive world by any stretch, but it's probably worth taking. Mainly because it's the only one around here. Abandoned ship. We'll search that. So, minerals and such are good. Food is very good. Influence is alright. Let's see what we can fire up in terms of our edicts. Map the stars, 100 influence, which will give us 11 years, 6 months duration. Service speed plus 25% and anomaly discovery chance plus 10%. Yeah, we'll fire that off. Should have probably done it earlier, but hey ho. Influence is still good. Probably don't need to do any claims, do we? Anyway. Solar Sailor, that was the abandoned design. Pretty good.
Our construction is complete.
Construction is complete there. The question is, where do we go? Well, we might as well just keep working down there. And we're probably going to go and build another construction ship so we can work down the bottom. And ideally, actually, we would really want another colony ship. And oh, okay, we have made some progress. Hostile wildlife, a group of large predators indigenous to Haydam 6 were recently discovered to have made their lair in the ruins being excavated. Many archaeology drones were lost before Glangium could lead the survivors to safety. These will cause delays. Okay, so massive failure chance. Oh, good grief, it's 50% pass chance. So this is a big one we're working on there. Construction ship is complete. We will send that straight down and build an outpost there. What do we need for another colony ship? It is... Actually, we're probably focusing... Oh, it's probably okay. The resources that we're getting will probably hit that shortly for another colony ship just to go there. We now have a mining station output plus 10% and nebula refinery. Our new research will be... there's mining station output, planetary build speed. I think we'll go for mineral purification, which gives us purification plants, which is increase the amount of mining jobs we have on the drones, and mining drones produce minerals. Okay, that's pretty... or more minerals, rather. That science ship's complete. We'll get them serving over there. In fact, no, we don't have automatic exploration because that is almost done. And why can't we quickly open? So you click on that, it does that. But oh, there we go. We can do it. 8 months in order to do that. That's fine then. Okay. So, we've still only got a maximum capacity for starbases of 3, but it's not a massive issue. You notice, by the way, we've never had to touch this. It just works.
Our construction is complete.
God, if you're quoting Todd Howard, then that's a problem, isn't it? Right, we have received a weak signal from the surface of the moon. There's a lot of those going around. There's a lot of that going around. The question is, hang on, the colonization. Right, I can colonize this one, but that one's the one we're excavating. That's fine with me. We're going to probably sell a little bit of our food there, because we're very close, I think, to getting this colony ship. Yeah, we're actually needing a lot more alloys, so it's an alloy problem.
Technology conceived.
Technology conceived. Ancient survey marker. A small short-range transmitter has been located on the surface of Helm 2D. Appears to be an ancient survey marker placed here. Apparently the miners never arrived. Plus 4 minerals. Whoa, look at that. 10 minerals. Excellent. We've now got increased production of food by 20% and farming subsidies edict. We're going for new research there. And processing facilities is a good one. Increased food again, and also you can get better drones. We don't want hydroponic farming. Pool size is good and clearance is good. I think we're going to go with food processing facilities. This science ship is now done, so we're going to send them over there. They'll go there, then back, and then go around. Construction complete. Do I really want to send them over there? No, I don't want them to do anything else. I think we need a colony ship sooner rather than later. And it's alloys that we are wanting. A natural wormhole has been discovered.
Conceived.
You can see there, a natural wormhole. And technology is now conceived of automatic exploration and also extra survey speed. We are going to go... Oh, well, all of these are good. Yeah, blue laser, we want to upgrade our fleet. Energy credits, we're just going to pick it. We definitely are going to pick that one because, yeah, extra 20%, fantastic. Physics research, we're going to pick that next, and then that would be even better, which is... actually, do we want to go for that first? Energy grid, as well as capacity overload. No, field manipulation first, which gives us extra bonuses, just a flat bonus. We're going to say mining stations, and then we'll go for the next one. Construction ship there is fine. We need 200 of this. What I'm going to do then is sell probably 500 of that and buy 25. That should be enough to hopefully buy the ship that we need. Yes, colony ship. There we go. And then I can get you to go over there. We now have an anomaly. Sensor echoes indicate the presence of some kind of unidentified object deep within the atmosphere of a gas giant. We'll have a search of that. Okay, over to our traditions once again. We have another perk. We can either go extra level cap, extra research station output, or we can go for Starbase influence cost reduced by 10%. Influence is not something that we have a problem with. Starbase upkeep reduction is good. Administrative capacity is good. However, I think I want to complete Discovery sooner rather than later, really. Simply because you get 10% research bonus once you've done it. In terms of Ascension perks, I'm not too sure what we can go for. In terms of Ascension, we know we can't hit... We can only go for one. We can only go for the biological stuff. We can't do the... Sadly, we can't go for the robot one and also the shroud one as well. Strategic resources discovered volatile motes down there. So we'll have to research that. Looks like this arm is a lot more profitable than this one, but we don't really know what we've bumped into there yet. But there's a good choke point already. We can see that's a good choke point and that's a good choke point. So that's fine. We are waiting for a bit more stuff so we can get that. We found a cruiser, a crashed cruiser. It's too deep to be salvaged. That's a shame, but we do gain some research in engineering there. Got a bit of time until we are bankrupt. We'll just sell a little bit more to cancel that. We will not reinforce the fleet because it's all about expansion at this point. They're still working there. You can gain some more research stations. You can get Starbase there. Like I say, most of these are a bit pants really, but we'll go for them nonetheless. Planet over here, our main planet, we've got now the ability to build. What do we want to make? Well, actually, probably nothing yet, because it's 17 months. We'll have food processing facilities, so we'll do that. Science ship is completed there. We'll go over there. Colony ship is now here, and we'll colonize the planet. Done. Speaking of colonized planet, this one is now completed, as you can see. We will put it to automate it, and I will put some resources into that. So we need to go over to planets and sectors, shared stockpile, and I'll put 300 minerals in that, and it should crack on and do its own thing. System survey complete. That's pretty good, that world. Or this system. 7 energy, 12 minerals, and 1 moat. We don't actually know what the moats are like these days. 12 months until that's complete. Why can't I build research stations? Oh, because I have nowhere near enough. Now I do. Another anomaly. Inexplicable optical phenomena play across the surface of Brockarma 6, clearly visible from space. Research. So we've colonized that, which is good. That'll start to build once we get once the jobs dip down. And this one will be colonized in a bit as well. In a couple more months, we'll have enough, hopefully, to get something built on the capital. So we've had a little look at the light show. Ancient Battle has deposited shattered wreckage of alien fighters on the frozen planet. Oh, and only the exposed core of its main weapons remains intact. Seems to be alien race used lasers of somewhat more advanced than ones currently used by our fleet, and the fizzling in its periodically discharged. So it's just firing away. Okay, but we've just got blue lasers. Wow, that's pretty good. That's very good indeed. We can upgrade our fleet, but it will cost far too much. I want to use them to get this system here, because that's another 6 minerals and 3 energy credits.
We have claimed a new nest.
We've claimed a new nest, which is there. Good. How are we doing for this? 40% chance of breakthrough, which is good. So hopefully we'll hit that shortly. This one will say go to there. And, just as I mentioned that, we've broken through. Dig like you mean it. An extensive analysis of hundreds of canals on the planet's surface has been carried out. It's evident that the intricate canal grid is not formed by any naturally occurring geological process. It has been dug out with deliberate intent. Due to the considerable age of the trenches, having been carved out more than 100,000 years prior and as such considerably eroded, it is difficult to ascertain how or why these were made. One minor artifact, and continue digging. And I think we will leave it there. Not bad progress at all. Sadly, we've not met anybody yet, but we'll bump into someone, I'm guessing, next episode. Not that we can do much anyway, we can't do any chatting, and well, the only thing we can do is wipe them out, and that is our lot in life. Either way, I hope you have enjoyed the video. By all means, comment in the comments. Thanks very much for watching. Take care, and generic partings.